Hey guys, still here and welcome back to Stormworks. Today I'm going to be building or rebuilding another part of the Big Bird helicopter. So this is my Chinook. The interesting thing is, the game seems to have somehow been a little irregular with my research. Because if you look at the research, I do not yet have basic mechanics researched. Whereas, I believe I did do the research on this. Even more interesting, this research, basic mechanics, gives you the track base and the larger track base. Or the linear track base and the extension. Then you go to compact mechanics, and you get the compact linear track base and the linear track base extension. Now, if I go into my workshop, I already have them. I guess this was somehow, well, this must have happened in the latest patch. Because all of a sudden I have these parts which I do not have researched, and it's not like I have a couple in store. It's not like they were a reward for completing a couple of missions. No, these things are unlocked, and I can actually use them. So, well, since they are actually unlocked, well, might as well use them. The plan over here is to have a winch on this side of the helicopter. So we're going to do a little bit of exercising, yeah, right. We're going to do a little bit of redesigning on the side of the helicopter. What I want to do is have a stretcher, not a medical bed here, a stretcher on the side of the helo. So what I'm going to do is build a winch. And I think a medium winch for what I currently have in mind, which is getting passengers off of, for example, a tanker like I did a couple of missions ago. And for that I will need a bit more of an extension. So it's going to be a medium winch and then a stretcher. There. Now, here is one problem that you're going to be facing. This will work, and I can actually use this to get passengers on and off. But I don't actually have anybody who's then either flying the helicopter or who brings me up. So ideally you would have multiple people who are commanding or operating this helicopter. As it stands, I'm the only one. And since I have a rather irregular recording schedule for this particular game mode, I don't exactly think that I'm going to be capable of doing this all by myself. So I'm going to have to go for a different design. Because while I like the stretcher, it doesn't really have any particular advantages over using the standard harness. And the harness is smaller. Here it is, the harness. The harness is smaller and it's easier to fit two people. Now I will need to make sure that this thing is going to also allow me to then get back into the helicopter. Because what I can see happen is that I have, for example, a setup like this. Where I have a dual harness. Here. One harness here, one harness here. This is a passenger and this is me. And then I press F to get out of the harness. And then I fall all the way back down. So I'm going to have to fix something like this to make sure that it does not work out that way. So what I think is going for a track base up here. Which brings the whole winching situation into the helicopter. This does mean that I will need to do a little bit more redesign than I had initially intended. And that this fuel tank is going to be made a little bit smaller. Sorry, which should not be a problem. Because I still have plenty of space. There, now I have a little bit more room. So what I want to do is extend the winch and be able to bring it all the way back in. So, with that weird bug, let's go for the track base. The track base should start on the helicopter. So now we're going to add two harnesses. One here and one here. And now I need to extend the track base with a linear track extension. Oh crap, I do need to have a winch on here. My bad. Let's remove those. Track base on here, then the winch, which is going to be a medium winch. And right now I should be aboard the helicopter. Should be. Let's hope that that's going to work. I can cover this part up. Then we're going to have the standard track extension. And next is going to be the double harness. And again, this is just what I think could work. It's not high enough. The game's saying, nope, you cannot build this here because you're interfering with the bottom side of the helicopter. The hitbox, as it were, for the harness is too big. So this thing is going to have to be set up even higher than where it currently is. So that means that this fuel tank, once again, is going to have to get sealed. Track base. Up here. Track extension. One more. Then the winch. Medium winch, 20 meters. I'm still more or less aboard the helicopter. Then the harnesses. One here. There we go. Now it accepts it. The tricky bit is, I'm not exactly sure if I'm well inside the helicopter here. So I'm going to have to make this part a little bigger to make sure that I don't accidentally fall out again. That would be rather unfortunate. There, this little railing should be enough to save me here. Okay, so now I have the capability of getting myself out of this helicopter should I need to. I actually also want to have a little bit of a door in here. So that again can be done with a track base. Unfortunately, this is the bottom of the helicopter. So I'm going to have to make the whole helicopter a little different. Oh, this should be here. I'm going to have to make the whole bottom of the helicopter a little different to make sure that I have enough room for the track base and the sliding door that's supposed to come in here. So what I need to do is set this up as the new bottom line of the helicopter. And the game should start protesting that, hey, you cannot do this because it's now unsupported. Which is true. Let's first set up the track base. Hang on. This should be a door that opens. If it slides backwards, then that means that there should be room over here to slide it open. Which is not easy to do. What other options do I have? Because my normal door, this is really not going to work too well. Simply because you cannot exactly fit the two harnesses through there. So that does not work. If I go for a standard track-based door, you'd have something like this. Set up over there. That is, if there is room to park it. Like that, and you'd slide the door away, but that would mean that there is room over here for the door to slide anywhere. Which is not going to be easy. So I think maybe a standard pivot door might be easier. And again, I should not have these parts. But somehow the game decided, yep, here you go. Here are your parts. Enjoy them. Sure. If the game gives them to me, I will use them. So I'm going to be using a sort of outward swinging door. That is... yeah, the harnesses are in the way. I'm going to use an outward swinging door to make sure that I can get out of this helicopter. One here. It's going to be a hell of a door, though. I also need this here. And fix this up. Can I do that? It might fight me on that. I cannot really fix up this whole area. I think we're going to have a little bit of open space up here. Because I might be able to close this up. But I have a strong feeling it's going to interfere with the whole situation with the winch. So we're just going to have a little bit of air coming into the helicopter there, I'm afraid. Okay, systems. We need a swing door. I have a microcontroller for that, which is a hinge door controller. A hinge door switch. Let's throw that on the back. This hinge door switch. Here it is. You got 2 toggles, which I will need, because I need... Or actually, I think I only need 1. Yeah, let's just go with 1 input. So I don't need the XOR anymore. And I need this over here. Constant number 1, constant number 0, numerical switch box. If I turn it on, the door swings outward. That's the plan. Oh, I do need to make it a little smaller. Not that I think I'm going to need all that space, but it's just a little too big. It doesn't need to be this big. There you go. Okay. Now I can set up a toggle. Which is always going to be from inside the door. So this toggle is going to go here. And this number is going to go here. Then it's going to need power. So let's hook it up to the power grid. Both that and the toggle. Let's remove this line to make it a little easier to see. The winches will need to be hooked up. Okay, now I need to have one of these as a way to lower the whole set. And you can do that with the logic. So button 1 is going to be lower the winch. And button 2 is going to be raise the winch. And I want these to be push buttons, not toggles. So that I can precisely indicate how low or how high I'm going to be. So this is lower, and this is raise. I'm going to paint this thing in a different color so I know which one's which. No, that one. There, this is mine. This is for passengers. What I also need is a control button that controls whether this track base is going out or in. And you can do that same thing with a with the controller that I just used. The door toggle. No, the hinge switch. Because all that this thing needs to do, and yes, I can make it red, is move that track base out or in. Currently, though, it's set up to 1 or -1, or 1 or 0, and it should be -1. Yeah. Just checking. This thing goes to the track base, and number 3 is going to bring out the whole system. So this is going to be... yeah, it should be toggle. Extend track base. So basically move the winch and the harnesses outside of the helicopter. Let's save that as Big Bird 3. And see if everything works. Okay, so my door toggle works. I can get in the harness. Kind of. Yep, I'm merrily swinging inside the harness. I can still get out of the harness and not immediately drop to my death. Next, I need to extend this. Here we are, we're now, whoa, extended. And then I want to go down. And while the winch is terribly slow, it does work. So let's bring myself back up. Okay, so that works too. Let's go for an actual test of this whole system while airborne. Let's see, where's my track? Here's the winch. There we go. This thing does not really have that much power. And it doesn't need to be this fast. Alright. Let's see if I can get myself with a auto-hovering helicopter on top of one of these structures here. Alright, spin her back up. Airborne we go. Let's say that I want to be on top of that hangar for some reason or another. What the hell did they do to my controls? A and D are not responding. What the hell is that? A and D. They go to the yaw. Oh, the whole yaw system is disconnected. Uh-huh. Okay, so I apparently removed an inverter. If I even had one. Oh, no, never mind. This didn't even have an inverter. It just went to the roll. There. That should do it. Now, something that I noticed with this helo is that it has a little bit of a hard time taking off. It's set to 3 to 2 or 9 to 5 standard. Let's try that with the economy mode off, because this thing was built with range in mind. I don't really need that. Spin up the engines. There we go. Now we're already getting airborne. Kind of. A little more thrust. Whoa, 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 whoa. The helo is trying to yaw something, but it's not really working. How the hell is that no longer working? Because on the previous big birds, it just worked. The gyro is set to constant active. Collective, all of these microcontroller parts are working. What the hell changed? What the hell changed? Let's go back to Big Bird 2. Because I know that it worked over there. Oh, this one's also been disconnected. Huh. Big Bird 1? There we are, now it's connected. This one goes, yep, there it is. It goes to an inverter. And I've removed the inverter, and that's why the helicopter won't fly straight. Unfortunately, I don't exactly have an inverter ready. I don't have those parts yet. I do have them on a microcontroller, though. So we're going to cheat a little bit. And say that I'm going to have one more input. Symbol plus. This is going to be the yaw. So yaw input. And we're going to have a yaw output. Now this does mean that I will need to make it one line bigger, which can impact all the other microcontrollers which, or are the, all the other microcontrollers which I have. I can throw in an, I cannot throw in an inverter? What the hell? That's weird. So where's that? Whatever happened to the invert? These controls, composites, properties. Where the hell is that? It's not the delta, it's not the divide, it's not the equal. Yeah, this is it. The absolute negative impact, negative value of the input value. Negative numbers become positive. That's it. It's just called different. So this goes here. Just make some room for it down there. Update that. Did it overwrite anything? Yeah, it went straight into the fuel tank. Oh, but it's not too bad, it seems. Yeah, it just decided to take up a bit more room, but it didn't actually push any of the other things out of the way, so that's good. Alright, so this is going to go to the yaw. Or sorry, to the roll, actually. And the input is going to come from this one, stabilized yaw. Okay, so this should work. Let's see. Spawn it in. And start it up. There. Whoa, 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 whoa. What the hell is the helicopter doing? This thing used to fly very, very well. Now we get this weird behavior. Why you do this? I didn't actually mess with the gearboxes. This one's set to 3 to 2 and this one is set to 3 to 2 as well. 8 blades neutral, 8 blades neutral. Nothing changed over there. What the hell is going on? I'm gonna load Big Bird 1. This is why it's very handy to have versions to go back to. Because then you can see what did I do different and does the original version still work? And the answer is yes, the original version still works. Interestingly. And it works rather well, actually. So something about Big Bird 3 does not work. Okay. This problem seems to be the roll. Roll comes in from this one, which is an inverted number. And that comes in from here. That's all. So that's exactly what I built with that microcontroller. Because that is this. Yaw comes in. ABS. Outputs it to, well, not yaw input, but roll. But it's basically the same thing. Something's not quite right with this helicopter. And I don't exactly know what is not going on. Or what is going on that's not making it work. Do I have enough points to just research the logic quickly? Oh, I think they might have done something to the logic in the latest update. That might be it. Here you go, advanced logic. But that requires basic logic. Where the hell's basic logic? Here we are. I need an invert. There we go, numerical inverter. Let's research that quickly. It'll take me half an hour. Let's speed things along a little bit. Let's see, Big Bird 3. Give me a bed. Standard color. And we're just gonna take this space over here and throw in a bed. Spawn it in. Up the stairs, put that on. Yep, nope. Submission from 100 clicks away. Stranded swimmer, yeah, in a second. That would be a very interesting mission. There we go, basic logic, good. So, let's turn this microcontroller back to what I originally had it as. So that means that this one's going to go out, that one's going to go out, and I can make it smaller again. And I just need a numerical inverter. Oh, I seem to have a little bit of a hole in the back of the helicopter now. Yeah, the other side's fine. Okay, so back to the plan. This one, the inverted, comes in from that, and that gets dictated by this one. Let's try it again. Where's that stranded swimmer? 6 minutes out. Ooh, if the helicopter flies, I'm gonna do this mission real quick. Let's give me the heater, the lights, the motor. Turn that on, turn that off. Now, Big Bird, don't do anything stupid, yeah? There we go, it flies. Good. Let's see if we can get this guy. In 5 minutes. I need to search for the swimmer. And then I still need to get him. But hopefully that objective says search. Then once you have found him, you got about 30 minutes, if all goes well, to actually get the guy away from where he is and to probably the research outpost. Since that is where I need to take absolutely everybody. Big Bird finally flies straight again. This is the ultimate test to see if the Big Bird can A, auto-hover, B, me hold on the harness and lower myself, and C, bring the swimmer back, and D, get everybody on board the helicopter. I didn't actually bring any seats, but I can put the swimmer in the bed, and then bring him back to where he needs to be. So this is going to be a sort of quadruple test. All systems need to work together. I hope this guy has a flare, because I don't really have any spotlights on this. That's the... I think that's one of the terminals. Hello, Mr. Swimmer. Where are you at? It says he is on one of those chunks of ice. Which could be this one down here. If I got lucky, it's the first one. Nope, it's not there. Okay. There's still some behind me and one in front of me. I got 3.5 minutes to do this. It's a pretty large search area though. Yep, there he is. Okay, here goes the auto-hover test. We're gonna lower it down a little bit. So we're more or less atop the ice shelf here. Auto-hover, current altitude, 10 meters. Desired altitude, auto-hover, 10 meters. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Alright, so that works. PID just kicked in a little more aggressively than I thought it would be. There's the guy, 10 meters down. Open the door. Get in the harness. Move outside of the helo. And bring it down. Oh, look at this. Who says you need personnel? Hello, swimmer. I need you to get on here. I'll take this one. We're gonna go back up. This is awesome. Bring us back in. At least I am inside the helicopter, which, with all due respect to the swimmer, is the most important thing. Because I can fly this thing and he can't. Okay, close the door. Yeah, you can just kind of push that thing inside, that doesn't matter. We need to fix this harness situation a little bit more. Because it doesn't quite want to get inside the helicopter again. Still, this is kind of good enough. Yep, it seems to be inside. Okay, take the auto-hover off. And let's get this guy back to the position where he needs to be, which is now post only 700 meters out. Okay, so all the systems are coming together. We got the auto-hover, we got the dual harness, we got the lower myself, we got the helicopter holding its position. Everything works. And this is what I love about Stormworks. You think up of an idea. You go, is this going to work? Maybe. You engineer it. You try it. And the game goes, yep, that works. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Shit, I didn't see those containers down there. Turn that off. No! Jeez, I'm happy that this helicopter's so tall. Otherwise, I would have rammed right into those containers. Alright, swimmer, you're with me. We're gonna bring you over to the outpost here. And here you are. Done. 6 research points, about 9,000 in cash, and a small porthole. So, Big Bird Mark III. It works. It is on the workshop. I will upload this thing so you can use it for your own operations. If you have any questions, let me know down below. And aside from that, I shall see you guys next week for more Stormworks.